capital of the world, Miami Beach, we bring you the Jackie Gleason Show.
Starring Jackie Gleason and his guest stars, Charlie Manna, Groucho Marx, Jane Morgan, and Mickey Rooney. The June Taylor Dancers and Sammy Spear and his orchestra. And away we go!
We're off. There he is, our orchestra leader, Sammy Spear. Take a bow, Sam. I love you, but you should be ashamed of yourself. Somewhere in this world, there's an organ grinder's monkey dancing in his underwear. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a great show for you tonight. And to start it off, I'd like to bring out a guy who has often been called, and quite correctly so, the quickest wit in America. Here he is, Groucho Marx. Well, how's everything going, pal?
Don't give me that pal stuff. I say, don't give me that pal stuff.
Well, why not? What's wrong?
Tonight in your show, you've got Jane Morgan, those two beautiful Glee girls, 16 gorgeous June Taylor dancers who were taking off their clothes back there, in a dressing room with Mickey Rooney, who had all his clothes on.
You mean you're mad because you're dressing with Mickey? I only put you in with him because I thought the two of you'd get along very well together.
Well, we got along fine, except every time I want to shave, Mickey is taking a bath in the sink. I'm leaving.
Wait a minute. Now, you can't go. Aren't you going to do something for us?
Well, there's one thing I'd like to do. I've been on this show a few times, and we've done a lot of comedy together. But tonight, I'd like to do something different.
Well, what do you mean by different?
Well, basically, I'm a romanticist. I'd like to do a love song.
Oh, a love song.
I'm tired of those people laughing at me.
I see.
Which they haven't done yet.
And you'd like me to help you?
I certainly would like you to help.
Well, you go right ahead. I'm with you, pal.
I want to be loved by you, and nobody else but you. I want to be loved by you alone.
Poop-poop-a-doo. Not much of a pop.
I want to be hugged by you, and nobody else but you. I want to be hugged by you alone.
Poop-poop-a-doo.
I couldn't aspire to anything higher than feel a desire to make you my own. Poop-poop-a-doo, poop-poop-a-doo.
Wait a minute!
What's wrong?
What's the idea of taking my poop-poop-a-doop away?
Your poop-poop-a-doop?
If there is one thing I do better than anyone else in the whole world, it's poop-poop-a-doop.
Are you trying to tell me that I don't know how to poop-poop-a-doop? I poop-a-doop before you were born.
Groucho.
I just threw in an extra poop-poop-a-doop to get him awake.
Yeah. Groucho, I'm one of your biggest fans.
Yes, you
And
certainly
when it
are
comes,
big.
when it comes to singing, dancing, and comedy, my hat's off to you.
Thank
I
you.
bow in humility.
I'd love to see you bow.
I nod in humility. But
Here it comes.
the man doesn't live that can poop-poop-a-doop better than I can.
Jackie, you're not a very gracious host. You invite a guest on your show, and you're doing all the poo-poo-pa-doing.
Groucho, you're right. And when you're right, you're right. Now, there's one more poop-poop-a-doop coming.
Yeah.
If it'll make you happy, you can have it.
Thanks, Jackie, but I know how much it means to you. You take it.
Well, let's not settle it that way. Let's toss a coin and see who takes it.
Okay. Well, go on. If you're going to toss a coin, toss it. What are you waiting for?
Well, do you happen to have a quarter on you?
All I have on me is a $10 bill, which is exactly what I'm getting for being on this show.
Please. Well, what do we do now?
I don't know. What about is there anybody out there with a quarter? I saw them coming in. They didn't look like it. Is there anybody out there who has a dime? I'll settle for a bus token.
Wait a minute. There's a lady.
Where?
Right here.
Oh,
Thank you very much, miss.
Thank
All
you.
right, let's get this over with. Now, heads, you take the poop-poop-a-doop.
Yeah.
Tails, I take it.
Fair enough, huh? Hold it.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Miss, do you know how to poop-poop-a-doop?
Yes, after a fashion.
Do you know how to poop-a-doop after two old fashions?
Wait!
It doesn't work with one old fashioned.
I suppose you're not going to need me now?
Not a great deal, no. I think you could go and get back in your bus and
Well, look,
take
I
a
can
ride
take
or a walk.
I can take a hint.
Oh, Mr. Gleason,
Yeah?
Isn't she
there's something
cute?
I've always wanted to tell you.
Yes? What's that?
Music, please. I wanna be loved by you,
Well.
and nobody else but you. I wanna be loved by you. Poopy-doopy-doopy-doop.
Poop-poop-be-doo.
Poopy-doo.
Well, so long, pal.
Okay, so we got the girl. But I got the last poop-poop-a-doop-a-poop-poop-a-doop.
You know, if someone were to ask me to name my favorite female vocalist, my next guest would certainly be among them. And for some very good reasons. She has a fantastic voice, and she also happens to be one of the most charming and attractive ladies in show business. Here she is, Miss Jane Morgan.
You're getting married in the morning. A new day is dawning for you. She fills your heart with treasures, pleasures you the way I couldn't do. I greet the coming celebration with confusion. I confess congratulations. I guess your invitation came marked RSVP, but it's still before. Could I compose myself, or would my tears expose my misery? My tears would be a sad intrusion into your new happiness. Congratulations. I guess I really do want you to be happy, but I wish it was me who was making you happy, driving you crazy, loving you madly. Ah, here I sit, I let you slip away from me, and now I'm lonely. We'll both for you, the end of love for me. And do I wish that I was standing in her place? The answer's yes. Congratulations, I guess. Congratulations, I guess. Congratulations, I guess.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're in for a real treat because my next guest is one of the all-time greats of show business. He's been a big star from practically the day he said his first word. Here he is, the irrepressible Mickey Rooney. Just a minute. What are you doing with the bag?
Checkout time is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Gotta keep
But
moving.
wait a minute. Why didn't you leave your bag in the dressing room?
I didn't want it to get all wet. Groucho was trying to take a bath. You know, my schedule is very tight, Jack.
Oh.
You know that? My schedule is very tight. And do you realize what I gave up to appear on your program?
No.
I gave up 3 court appearances. You want to know something? This is the first appearance that I've ever made without a subpoena.
Mick, now wait a
Aren't
minute.
those funny little...
I've heard, Mick, that you've had occasional problems.
Occasional problems? Yes. But, no, actually, you know, I mean, life has its infiltration course, of course, you know, but you've got to go right on. But the rumor that I would like to dispel right now on your show, Jackie,
Sure.
a lot of people talk about Mickey Rooney. He's broke, he needs money, or this and that.
Yes.
May I say, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm not broke, and I'm not penniless. I'm destitute. I need...
Wait a minute.
Give me money. Send it.
Wait a minute.
I need...
In other words, wait a minute.
What?
In other words, you're trying to tell these people that you're a little short.
And I'm also telling them you're a little fat.
Now, wait!
Listen. Yeah, you know, I happen to know that you're doing pretty good. You're
Well,
doing
I
great
happen to
down
know that you're doing very, very good.
Why?
Well, didn't you just form your own production company?
Yes, I'm very proud to say it's called 11 Productions. And I was just thinking that while we're down here, I thought we might talk it over, the fact we might do another picture together. You know, not like Requiem for Heavyweight, but we'll do a picture together.
Well,
huh?
sure, that's fine. Have you got a script?
We don't need a script. We'll do a remake. We'll do a remake of one of those famous pictures. How about like Mutiny on the Bounty, huh? Casting me adrift, eh? I'll see you, Christian, hanging by the arm.
Wait a minute. I'll play that part. Mr. Christian! Come down here, Mr. Christian!
Wait a minute.
Did you hear me, Mr. Christian? I said come down!
Hold it, please.
Oh, come on, Mr. Christian, come on.
Maybe I can play that part. Look, there isn't room for 2 Blighs in the same boat.
Right.
You understand? I know what we'll do. We'll do a remake on a great old gangster picture, huh?
All right, sure.
You know, one of the... Now, listen, Jocko. I'm gonna tell you right now what we're gonna do. You understand?
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I want to play that part. Oh, I had the wrong
But
lip.
it's all right.
All right, you dirty rat. I know you're in there. Now come out of that bathroom and come out clean.
Now forget it. There isn't room on the screen for two Cagneys.
I don't think so.
No.
Piece of
And besides, you know what?
I do a better Cagney than you to begin with. That's for starters.
Hold it just a moment, please. Not better. Maybe bigger, but not better. You understand? Now, I know what we'll do. We'll do a new version of Dr. Kildare.
Doctor?
No, listen here, my boy. You mean to tell
Hold it! Anybody's gonna play Dr. Gillespie, I'll do it.
All right, you dirty rat. Come out of that bathroom and come out clean.
I've got the perfect picture for the two of us to make.
You have?
Yes, we'll make a remake of the Andy Hardy pictures, right?
Oh, that's a good idea.
No casting problems whatsoever. The life of Andy Hardy. How do you like that?
Hey, that's great.
Huh? Gee, Dad, you've got to give me my allowance because I promised Polly I'd take her to the malt shop tonight. And, well, when I take Polly, well, she wants a sundae, and Polly wants a banana split. Polly wants a cheeseburger. Polly, where are you going? What's the matter?
Polly might want a cracker.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very dear buddy of mine came all the way down here to Florida for this great show, and he's one of the world's all-time funniest guys. Ladies and gentlemen, my pal and my partner, Mr. Sid Gould. How about a nice welcome for Sid Gould?
Thank you. Wherever Mickey and I go, we're requested to do a little sketch that we've done all over the world. So we take you now into the mythical trip to the candid camera. Now, I'm a clerk in a sporting goods store. Now, we're going to have 1,000,000 laughs. Listen to this. Now, you see that moose head up on the wall there? That's not really a moose head. That's a camera. Now, you see this fishing rod? This is not a fishing rod. This is a microphone. We're going to have 1,000,000 laughs. Here comes our first customer. Watch this. Sir? Sir? C-U-R, sir.
Are you talking to me?
Yes, sir. I'm talking to you, sir.
You're talking to me?
Yes, sir.
Well, from this.
Well, what can I do for you, sir? Is there something that you...
No, from all those outlets, really, loaded. So,
Is there anything else I can do for you, sir?
that's, you know what I did?
Yeah.
I drove all the way over from... I took a bus.
Bus. Watch it, sir. Take it easy.
Don't push.
I'm not.
Listen.
What can I do?
You know what?
Sir, would you mind turning around?
Well,
Turn around, sir, and just look at the moose. Look at the moose up there, sir.
What's the matter with the moose?
Why, nothing at all, sir.
It's a good-looking moose, but I don't care for it.
Well, you got to keep looking at the moose, sir.
I don't.
Would you mind turning
I've
around?
seen
Just
it.
turn around. Look at
I
the moose.
don't want it. I don't care for it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm not a moose buyer.
I see, sir.
Look, you know, this is a sporting goods store, huh?
Right, sir.
Oh, listen, you know,
And I'm the clerk in the store.
a very dear friend of mine.
Yes, sir.
He's gonna have a birthday,
He's going to have a birthday.
and he is a bowler.
He's a bowler. Yeah. But what do you mean?
That's it.
Oh,
He's a bowler.
here's a bowler. So what did you want to get him for a gift?
I want to give him I'm gonna get him a bag to hold his ball in. Because she don't have a bag to hold his ball in. All those other fellas in the bowl, they have a bag to hold the ball in. But he doesn't have a bag to hold his ball in.
Well, is there any particular type of bag you'd like to get for him, sir?
Hmm? Oh. Well, you see, he wears alligator shoes.
So?
So I thought it'd be quite appropriate to get him an alligator Baylor body. I want to get him an alligator. I want to get him a croc bag.
Oh. I'm sorry, sir. We don't have a croc.
Did you get his number? Block off. You take my beads, huh?
Take your beads,
Don't
sir.
touch those beads.
Why not, sir?
They love beads. My girl gave them to me. She's an Indian.
An Indian girl.
She's an Indian.
An Indian girl.
Indian girl. She smokes signals. Boy, I tell you something, they're wonderful. But I would like to get this croc. I want to get this alligator
Croc bag. See, we don't have a croc bag in stock, sir, but if you go
Who's
see...
got all the alligator things?
Well, if you
Look,
go...
wait a minute.
Sir.
Look, when I come into a store, I expect to be waited upon.
Sir,
Yes.
would you mind talking into the fishing rod, please?
But I mind talking in the fishing rod?
Yes, sir.
Where do you get your stuff? It's better than what I've been drinking.
Sir, now about that croc bag, sir. We don't have one in stock, sir, but if you go see...
That's a croc?
That's a puppy. But if you go see our head salesman...
Where's that?
Mr. Currickleberry, right in front of the store, sir.
Yes. I'm sorry if I've inconvenienced.
Get him to sign the requisition, sir, and then bring it back.
I'm sorry. Listen, I'm sorry if I inconvenienced you because...
You haven't.
Huh?
You haven't inconvenienced me, though.
Because I happen to be a bowler myself.
Is that right, sir?
Right, and we bowlers have a credo and a motto that we carry very dear and near to our hearts.
I see,
Perhaps it'll help you down life's highway.
Yes, sir.
Good sportsmanship, bowlers.
Stay tuned for more of the Jackie Gleason Show with Jackie and his guests, Charlie Manna, Groucho Marx, Jane Morgan, and Mickey Rooney.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guest is a guy I've always admired for his different approach to comedy. He's one of the most inventive young comedians around. Here he is, Charlie Manna. Charlie, I want to tell you that it's really great to have you on the show.
Thank you, Jackie, and I'm thrilled to be here.
You know, what's this I hear about you doing your own TV special?
Well, it's better than that, Jackie.
Oh.
One of the networks just made me chief consultant for all their TV specials next season.
Well, great. How did that come about?
Well, you see, the networks have been having a great deal of difficulty coming up with the right titles to grab the public interest, you see. Oh. So I came up with a simple solution. I said, if you just combine the right stars, the titles take care of themselves, you see.
Well, I don't get that.
I'll explain. For instance, I got an idea for a religious special starring Patricia Neal and Hugh Downs, and it's called The Neil Downs Show.
Very good.
I got another idea.
Yeah?
And this is a kiddie special, and it's Flipper in Las Vegas. It's called Fish and Chips.
Pretty good.
Do you have any ideas along those lines, Jackie?
Yeah, I think I've got an idea for a cooking special. You know, you do it with Ted Mack and Mickey Rooney. It's called the Macaroni Show.
Well, that's using the old noodle, Jack.
Wait a minute.
We already...
You're sneaking them in.
I already have an idea for a cooking special. I'm going to star Frank Sinatra Sr., Frank Sinatra Jr., and Mr. and Mrs. Orson Bean.
Well, what do you call that?
Franks and Beans.
Very good. That's a good trick. You know, these specials of yours are really going to catch on. In fact, I'm going back to my dressing room now, and I'm going to figure out a special for next year. And it's going to star Orson Welles, Jackie Leonard, and me.
Now, what do you call that, Jackie?
Wide, wide world.
I don't know, this mad, tense, crazy, cockeyed world we live in. You know, fortunately, I have a way of taking my mind off war and politics. I just watch an old movie on late television. I figure if it's the only way to forget the present, to live in the past a little. And I've watched so many that I've become a student of the dialogue that's repeated one movie in another. It's what we call old movie cliches. Now, you're familiar with most of them, like, white men speak with forked tongue. Well, how many times have you heard, what's a nice girl like you doing in a place like this? All the old stars have used, right? What's a nice girl? Now, what's a nice girl like? What's a nice girl like? What's a nice girl like? What's a nice girl like you? Actually, while everybody seems to remember the cliche, how many people remember the line that followed it, you see? For instance, every jungle movie had the line, I don't like the sound of those drums. Well, he's not a regular drummer. All the frontier movies had lines like this. Someday California will be a safe place to live. Of course, Governor Reagan, everybody knows that. Remember this one? Mister, you sure were a sick man. Mister? They never had any anesthetic in the Old West, so when a cowboy was wounded, this line was inevitable. Now this is gonna hurt. Here, bite down on this bullet. Bite down with what? This is one of my favorites. Darling, you look very beautiful when you're angry. I warned you not to talk to me like that.
As you know, it's common practice in show business for a big star to endorse a manufacturer's product. Well, one of my pals just signed up to endorse a miraculous new health food. So here's that vital, virile, and vigorous tower of power, Groucho Marx.
Will you kindly tell your army of trained SEALs to stop clapping? It makes a cold breeze, and I'm in no condition. I get the slightest thing gives me as...
Take care. May I offer you a Gesundheit?
Some host. I'm getting pneumonia, and he offers me a Gesundheit. How about a shot of penicillin or some of that stuff you take? I won't be the first one to die on this show.
Well, believe me, Groucho, you cannot have pneumonia.
Why not, pray?
We do not permit it in Miami Beach. But, pal, you do look like a disaster area. You know, since you've been on our show, the last show, you must have lost at least 30 pounds.
And guess who found it?
You starting again?
Sorry, Jack. I promised myself that I was going to be the first comedian to come on this show without insulting you about your Well, the word escapes me.
Avoir de pois.
What is that?
Avoir de pois.
Well, if that's a synonym for big fat hippopotamus.
Wait a second.
Since you've made snide remarks about my emaciated appearance, I'd like to tell this audience just why I'm a complete physical wreck.
Well, go right ahead.
It's because I'm eating this health food. Dr. Hogan's Fountain of Youth formula, winner of the American Medical Association's Malnutrition Award. Under this contract I signed, I'm forced to gobble this revolting stuff every night on coast-to-coast TV.
Is that so?
That's television. Live, too, which is more than I am.
Now, wait a minute, Groucho. Why would a rich and supposedly intelligent man like yourself torture yourself on a phony diet?
For a woman. A beautiful, dedicated woman who devotes herself to making me happy, who inspires me when I'm down, who cooks for me, irons my shirts. Not every man is that kind of a secretary.
Now, wait a minute. How is she on taking dictation?
She's only been my secretary for 3 years. It hasn't come up yet. That's why I'm exhausted. You see, under my deal with Dr. Hogan, he not only pays me, but he's throwing in a bonus, a mink coat for my secretary.
Now, you can't be that cheap. Why don't you just go out and buy your secretary a mink?
Buy? I can't afford it. The income tax is killing me.
Income tax?
You've heard of income tax?
We don't permit it in Miami Beach.
Well, I got news for you. In the United States, we pay it. Now, don't get the wrong idea about Dr. Hogan's formula. It really does work. If a man is at death's door, this will pull him through. There's enough health food in here to wipe out Fort Lauderdale. And there's been quite some demands about that. By the way, Jackie, sometimes when I eat this hogwash, I faint from hunger. Oh. When that happens, will you call my private nurse? There's a phone number on the back of my underwear. Her name is Fifi.
Fifi is your private nurse?
She's so private, not even my secretary knows that I've got her. Fifi was Miss Paris of '66, which is also 2 of her measurements. It's perfectly innocent. In spite of the fact that my nurse is a very pretty girl, I only use Fifi for one thing, to revive me when I faint. She gives me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. The trouble is, each time she revives me, I feel weaker.
You know, you're going through a lot of grief just to get your secretary a mink coat.
That's quite true. Show me a contented secretary, and I'll show you a wild office. Is this an English-speaking audience?
Yes.
You had to put me after Rooney, huh? That's why I'm willing to eat this unique combination of Schweinerei. Why don't you try it? You're a man who enjoys food.
Well, not really. I nibble now and then.
He nibbles. I once saw him at Marineland putting ketchup on a whale. In case you're insinuating that Dr. Hogan is a quack, just read the delicious ingredients here.
I'd be happy to.
Can you hold it?
Yes. This miraculous bodybuilder is a tasty mixture of nature's own delicacies. Dried dandelion fuzz, chopped crabgrass, mashed mistletoe, shredded alfalfa, and plump pussy willow. Groucho, a pig wouldn't eat this.
He would if his secretary wanted a mink coat.
I'm very sorry, Groucho. I can't stay out here with you any longer. I'm going into my dressing room and have my own health food. A wheat germ pizza.
You know, now that I've got rid of him, this whole thing started a few weeks ago, back in California. I was alone in my private office. I was jogging. There was a knock on the door. I stopped jogging and got up off the couch. My beautiful secretary came in. She said, "Dear, there's a very handsome man outside with a proposition." I said, "For me or for you, darling?" I went out and met Dr. Hogan. He was handsome and tall and distinctive, the type of man who would stand out in a crowd or a police lineup. After staring lecherously at my secretary, Hogan turned to me and said, "Marx, how old are you?" "I don't mean exactly. Just give it to me in hundreds." That cut me to the quick, which frankly isn't as quick as it used to be. I said, "Look, I'm not as old as I look. I just haven't got my makeup on yet." Hogan chuckled. "I like you, Marx. You got a lot of heart. Now the trick is to keep it pumping. Now I've got a miracle food that'll change you from a fuddy-duddy to a swing-a-dinger." Then he said to my secretary, "Baby, how would you like me to turn your boss into a new man?" She said, "I like him the way he is. He's great company for my mother." That touched me, but I was intrigued. I said, "Doctor, this food, will it really make me look younger? I'm not asking for much, just say a week or two younger." He said, "Marx, you look so young, you won't be able to get into a dirty movie unless accompanied by an adult." Now, here's the deal, Marx. I'll pay you a fat fee to sell Fountain of Youth on TV. Just sign here. I said, "I'll do it on one condition. If you'll throw in a mink coat for my secretary, something to keep her warm while I'm out of town." Hogan said, "She'll be warm, I'll guarantee it." "Okay, I'll throw in the mink." My secretary was so thrilled by my thoughtfulness, she ran over to me and shook my hand. Then she kissed Hogan passionately. The little angel was so excited, I had to pry them apart. I know all you so-called men in the audience will understand. A good secretary is worth any sacrifice. Other great men in history have given their all for a woman. Caesar, Napoleon, Eddie Fisher. They gave their pride, their fame, some their very lives. I'm glad to give my stomach and part of my alimentary canal. And thanks to my dear sponsor,
Mr. Marx?
I beg your pardon. Oh, a telegram? I'm sorry, I haven't got a dime on me. Here, you can take this. You don't often see a performance like that. This is from my beautiful secretary. Dear Groucho, you can stop eating that garbage on TV. I don't need the mink coat. I'm on a cruise in the tropics, and it's so warm, all I wear is a bikini. And guess who I ran into on the ship? Dr. Hogan. He gave me the bikini. Well, I can't win them all. Fifi will love this mink coat.
Audience is the greatest audience in the world. Good night, everybody.
don't forget to tune in next week for the Jackie Gleason Show with Jackie and his guests, George Burns, Georgie Kay, Lou Marsh, and Tony Adams. And The Honeymooners, starring Jackie Gleason and Art Carney, with Sheila McRae and Jane Keane. This is Johnny Olson speaking for the Jackie Gleason Show. Gowns by Cameo Evening Fashions, jewelry by Mayors of Florida. Tonight's program was recorded. Also appearing, Sid Gould and Culler Richard.